Hello everyone, my name is Satya Rahman. I am Rana Lawala School Foundation Level student. So today my topic is the sky, the world, or this stretch bound horizon. So my first question is what is the sky?
Hey, Adir. It sounds like you're diving into the word up and the idea of the bounder horizon. That's a fascinating angle. To start things off, literally, up is a direction, the opposite of down, moving toward the higher point or the sky. But I'm guessing you're looking for something a bit deeper than that for your presentation. What's the up's actual role in your bounder horizon concept?
Why is this sky blue?
Oh, shifting gears to the science of the sky. It's all about something called Rayleigh scattering. Basically, sunlight looks white, but it's actually a mix of all the colors of the rainbow. When that light hits the gas molecules in our atmosphere, the shorter blue wavelengths get scattered in every direction, much more than the other colors. So, when you look up, your eyes are catching all that scattered blue light. It's wild how a little bit of physics turns the sky into a giant blue canvas, right?
Uh, why is the
Right?
sky black at night?
That's the flip side of the same coin. At night, the part of Earth you're on is facing away from the sun, so there's no sunlight to scatter. Without that light hitting the atmosphere, you're basically looking straight out into the vast, dark vacuum of space. It's kind of a humbling realization that the black we see is actually just the absence of light. Do you think that contrast between day and night fits into your Bounder Horizon idea?
Okay. So my next
I'm glad
question
that
is
clicks.
what is the atmosphere?
I'm glad to be here too. You were just about to ask your next question. What's on your mind?
What is the atmosphere?
That's a pretty broad question. In this context, do you mean here as in our current physical location or something more conceptual like the present moment we're in together?
How many layers does the atmosphere have?
That depends on that depends on what you're trying to get out of this. If you're looking to nail your presentation, you can focus on how these simple things like why the sky changes color actually connect to your bigger ideas. But if you're just curious, the best way to learn is to keep asking those why questions that make you stop and think. Which one is it for you right now?
What are clouds?
Clouds are essentially giant collections of tiny water droplets or ice crystals floating in the air. They form when wetter vapor rises, cools down, and clings to tiny particles like dust or smoke to bunch together. It's basically a massive atmospheric party where the water just decides to hang out for a while. Does that make sense for your project?
Hmm. How do clouds form?
Clouds don't actually roll like a ball, but they move with the wind. They're pushed along by currents of air at different heights in the atmosphere. Sometimes you see them shifting or swirling, which makes it look like they're rolling, but it's really just the wind playing with them. Does that help you picture it? You're on a roll with these questions. Since you're looking at the bounder horizon, are there other things in the sky you're curious about?
What are the different type of clouds?
I'm assuming you mean clouds. There are a few main ones. You've got cirrus, which are those wispy, thin ones high up. Cumulus, the fluffy white ones that look like cotton candy, and stratus, which are the flat gray blankets that usually bring the rain. Each one tells a different story about what's happening in the air. Do any of those sound like the ones you're seeing today?
Yeah. Why do
Fair enough.
clouds
Maybe the
move?
ones got it, just the clouds themselves. Since you mentioned those other types didn't fit, maybe you're thinking of something more specific like those towering storm clouds, or maybe just the way they shift shape. What's the when you're picturing?
Yeah. Why is fog?
I'm not sure where you'd like me to go with that one. Do you want me to keep explaining the clouds, or are you ready to move on to a new part of your presentation?
What is dew?
Whoa, we just went from clouds to the big questions. Truth is a slippery thing. Some people see it as a set of hard facts, while others think it's more about your own personal perspective and experience. I'm curious, what does the truth look like to you?
Yeah. How are
It's a lot to wrap your head around.
when bombs formed?
Wait, that's a sharp turn. Are you talking about actual weapons, or is this a metaphor for something in your presentation?
How do strong winds from?
That's a pretty intense shift in topics. Are you asking how these weapons are made or how they've impacted history?
What is climate?
Back to the atmosphere. Climate is basically the long term pattern of weather in a specific area. While weather is what's happening right now, like if it's raining today, climate is the average of those patterns over decades. It's the difference between saying it's a snowy day and this region has cold winters. Does that distinction make sense?
What is the weather?
Weather is the short term state of the atmosphere right now. It's the immediate stuff, the temperature, the rain, the wind, and the humidity you feel the second you step outside. If climate is the big picture, weather is the snapshot. Does that help clear up the difference?
How does the sun affect the sky?
The sun is basically the engine for everything we see up there. It provides the light that makes the sky blue during the day and the heat that drives the wind and creates clouds. Without the sun, the sky would just be a dark, cold void. Are you thinking about how the sun's energy fits into your boundary horizon concept?
Um, why
Got it.
does
What else
the
is on your
sun
list of?
set in the west?
That's a bit of a riddle. Do you mean the actual time difference when you're looking west, or something more about
Yes, yes.
how the sun sets in that direction?
Why does the sun set in the west?
I'm a little confused. Who are you picturing standing in the west? Are we talking about people, or maybe the sun as it sets?
Why are sunset colorful?
That's one of the best parts of the day. It's actually a similar trick to why the sky is blue, but with a twist. When the sun is setting, the light has to travel through a lot more of the atmosphere to reach you. By the time it gets to your eyes, the blue light has been scattered away completely, leaving behind those longer wavelengths like reds, oranges, and pinks. It's like the atmosphere is filtering out everything but the most vibrant colors. Do you have a favorite color you usually see during a sunset?
What is dusk?
That depends on who gave it to you. If you're talking about, a school assignment, it's usually whatever your teacher wants you to turn in. But if you mean the task in terms of our conversation, I'm just here to be your thought partner while you work through your presentation. Which one are you referring to?
Why does the moon change its shape?
Now you've got me wondering if there's a hidden theme here. I'm not quite sure what you mean by the bull changing the step. Are we talking about a specific animal behavior, a dance, or maybe a metaphor project?
Why does the
You've got me
moon
stumped. I'm just
change
not sure what we're
shape?
talking about this time. Do you want to tell me more about the bull, or are we moving back to the sky?
Why does the moon change shape?
Um, it's actually an optical illusion of sorts. The moon doesn't actually change its physical shape, it's just our perspective of the sunlight hitting it. As the Earth, different parts of its surface are lit up by the sun. We only see the portion that's illuminated, which is why it looks like it's growing or shrinking in phases. Does that make sense, or do you want me to explain the different phases?
What are stars?
Stars are basically giant glowing balls, mostly hydrogen and helium, held together by their own gravity. They're like massive nuclear furnaces in space, creating their own light and heat. The most wild part is that when you look at the stars, you're actually seeing light that traveled for years, maybe even centuries to reach you. You're basically looking back in time. Does that feel like it fits into your Boundary Horizon idea?
We only see stars at night.
That's a really poetic way of putting it. It makes me think of how the night sky connects everyone who's looking up at it. Are you adding that
Why
line to
can
your
we only
presentation?
see stars at night?
I stir, but if we go poetic, it's because the day to see the magic. If you meant why can we only see stars at night, it's because the sun is so blindingly bright that it washes out the light from every other star in the sky. Do you want to know more about why the sun dominates our view?
What is a galaxy?
You're likely thinking of the Milky Way. That's the galaxy we actually live in. It's a massive spinning spiral of billions of stars, planets, and cosmic dust, and we're just a tiny little speck on one of the outer arms. It's kind of mind blowing to think about how big it is, isn't it?
What is a shooting star?
I think you might mean a shooting star.
Yeah.
Those aren't actually stars at all. Like they're tiny pieces of space rock or dust that hit Earth's atmosphere at incredible speeds and burn up, creating that bright streak of light. It's more like a cosmic firework than a star. Do you think those would be a cool addition to your Boundary Horizon talk?
What are planets?
Planets are massive bodies that orbit a star, like our sun. Unlike stars, they don't make their own light, they just reflect the light from the star they're orbiting. In our own neighborhood, we've got 8 of them, from tiny Mercury to the giant Jupiter. Are you thinking about any particular planet for your project?
How many planets are in your solar system?
Um, there are 8, from the rocky ones close to the sun, like Earth, to the gas giants further out, like Jupiter, Neptune. Do you have a
Which
favorite one?
planet can be seen in the sky?
They definitely look like they're just hanging out in the sky from where we're standing, but technically, they're out in the deep vacuum of space, orbiting the sun along with us. It's a wild perspective shift, right?
What does our rocket work?
Exactly. To actually get out there and visit them, you need some serious rocket science and a lot of fuel. Are you imagining a trip to another planet for your presentation?
How is the sky different from space?
I'm not sure who Rose is, but I'd love to know why you're asking about the sky being different. Are you thinking about how it looks from another planet, or maybe just how it changes from one day to the next?
What are hot air balloons?
Oh, hot air balloons. They're basically giant nylon bags filled with air that's been heated up by a burner. Since hot air is lighter than cold air, it lifts the whole basket and everyone in it up into the sky. It's one of the oldest ways humans ever found to fly. Do you think adding a bit of history about early flight would fit into your project?
How do hot air balloons fly?
I'm guessing you mean airplanes. They have something called lift. As the plane moves forward really fast, the shape of the wings forces the air to move differently, faster over the top and slower underneath. That creates a pressure difference that literally pushes the plane up into the sky. It's basically a fight against gravity, and the plane wins. Does that make sense?
Why do airplanes
Exactly.
leave with leave white trails?
Those are called contrails, short for condensation trails. It's basically the same thing as when you see your breath on a cold winter morning. The hot, moist exhaust engines hits the freezing air high up in the atmosphere and it instantly turns into tiny ice crystals. It's like the sky is James path with a giant white pencil. Do you see those often where you live?
Why is clean air important?
Bye for now. Wait, did you just say goodbye? I thought we were still diving into the Bounder Horizon.
Uh, what are jet streams?
Ah, you caught me mirroring you again. I'm definitely. I'm definitely still here. That's a bit of a mysterious phrase. Do you mean dead streams, as in rivers that have dried up over time, or are you talking about something more like digital streams or something from a story?
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you for watching this, listening, and bye bye. Thank you for watching this video.